before this contact point practice, you want to first assess what is going on in your mind and body at the present moment. So, from 1 to 10, 1 being in your mind, your thoughts are slow, hard to string ideas together, it's very muddy. And 10 being your thoughts are racing, you can't concentrate or have coherent thoughts. Where are you at? Just pause this and reassess. And then with your body, you're closer to a 1 if you feel very lethargic, fatigue, your body's very heavy that it's so difficult to even lift a finger. And your body is in a 10 if you can't sit still, you're extremely restless, bouncing off the walls, very hyperactive. Your body just wants to go and move. And of course, whatever is in the middle is the 5, a calm mind and a content body. So before this practice, especially for this one, because there's very specific instructions, go assess yourself right now first. And for this practice, you can either close your eyes, or if you want to remain your eyes open, then just look down at something that is not moving. This is called the contact point practice. And what you want to do is pay attention to the contact point of your feet touching the floor. Pay attention to your feet touching the floor. And just notice what sensations you're feeling down your feet. You feel the floor. What's the temperature? You feel your shoes. Just feel the contact point of the floor and your feet. If this part is difficult to connect to, you can rub your foot. Do one side first, just a few times to get the sensory perception starting. And the other side a few times. If the score of your body was closer to a 10, can you soften your feet onto the floor and have it melt towards the floor? If your score was closer to a 1, can you press your feet gently onto the floor and add more input to it? If you start to have stories in your mind, just allow them to pass and just bring your attention back to your feet on the floor. And based on your score, as you press onto the floor or relax, how's the rest of your body feeling? Now direct your attention on your pelvis and the back of your legs, your hamstrings touching your seat. And just feel the sensory information around your pelvis, your sit bones, and the back of your legs touching your seat. And if this part is difficult to connect to, you can take your hands and rub the sides of your legs. Start bringing in sensory information from your legs up to the brain. If your score was closer to a 10, can you soften your hips and melt onto the seat? Can you allow the chair to support you? If your score was closer to a 1, can you start contracting your muscles and press down onto the seat? Press your hips down, press your hamstrings down onto your seat. Again, if your attention drifts, that's normal. Let's bring it back to the contact point. Now direct your attention to your spine. Feel the skin and clothing touching the back of your chair. How easy or challenging is it to place your attention on your back? If your score was closer to a 10, can you melt yourself? Just allow the back seat, the back of your seat to support you. If your score was closer to a 1, can you lengthen your spine and create space in between your vertebrae? You can do this by bringing the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. As you do this, how does the rest of your body feel? And again, just do a quick noticing of your feet on the floor, your pelvis on the seat, and your spine lengthening. And you're free to return whenever you're ready to come back. And just now notice and evaluate how your mind and body are feeling now.